morning,
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
and
good evening. Hello and welcome to Mr. and Mrs. in Business podcast.
Got it right this week.
I did.
The other week
Been
it was Mr. and
practicing.
Mrs. Podcast.
Yes.
Did you forget? Going to get called comfortable.
Yeah, just getting snuggly there. Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, been another busy day. Blah, 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 blah. Then sit down. Then off for the school run. So let's
Yeah.
have a quick chat.
Quick chat.
Yeah.
Not a long one today.
Yeah.
I didn't take note of the time before I started, so now I'm in trouble. So I don't know how long this is going to
We've
go
got
on
one
for.
on the wall now.
Oh yeah, but
We've got the clock on the wall.
while I was talking, you could have secretly had a look and told me, but now it's going to be obvious that I'm going to turn like this. Oh, there we go. Okay. So those of you that are watching, you may notice something different.
Oh, what's different today?
It's a bit like Where's Wally,
Spot
isn't
the
it?
difference.
Where's Wally? Remember Where's Wally? I used to love those books.
Yeah. I haven't got time for that now. I'm like, oh, I don't know where he is.
Who cares?
He's probably having a
Who
nice
cares?
time. Whatever.
Call the police. That's their job. I've got enough of my own jobs. Who cares? If he can't look after himself, he's tough
Yeah,
luck.
it's not the first time.
No, he's not.
Anywho.
But we have a new bookcase.
We do. How
Ta-da.
exciting.
Now, if
Yeah.
you're listening, you wouldn't have a Scooby-Doo, what the old one looked like or what the new one looks like.
No.
But it is totally different.
Mm.
For one main reason,
Mm.
as we getting ever so closer to having guests on this show,
Yeah.
we are having to position things in preparation so that literally it's ready to go, other than just moving seats. So we've been putting new mic cables in. We've got more mics, more mic arms. We bought a sofa, which has been assembled this week, ready to be wheeled in.
Yep.
We have another one of those grey
Another
chairs on
chair.
standby.
Yeah.
My cushion,
Oh God, that's getting a beating.
it's getting a bit big. It's big for your boots, son. And I don't know where I normally put it with that sort of. It feels uncomfortable.
I feel like it's the opposite of mine. So that is correct.
Yeah,
I
but it
think.
just doesn't feel right.
Extra fluffy today.
Yeah. Who's been playing with my cushion? Right. So we have been putting new cables in, new mics, all that sort of stuff. And we did have you on a speaker stand. It was kind of like a
freestanding one, wasn't
a
it?
shitty rig.
Right.
So basically, it was a
That could fall
freestanding
over at any
mic
time.
stand, that was secured to a boom arm with like a special clamp, and it was just very precarious. A couple of times the dog's knocked it and it's gone over. So we've had a wider bookcase, and now we could assemble not only my arm to the bookcase, but also yours.
Not your physical arm, the
No, not
the
my
mic
physical arm,
arm.
the mic arm, the
For
boom
those
arm.
not watching, or
That's very Bruce Forsyth, Price is Right. Higher or lower? Oh, what did he? Oh, I can't
higher
remember.
or lower. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had a. No, I was going to say what you see, but that's.
No.
Oh, what was that from?
Say what you see.
What was that from?
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
It's good, but it's not quite there.
Where the middle solved. Oh, that's the new guy, isn't it? Where
Yeah,
the middle solved
Stephen
the riddle.
Mulhern. I like
What did you like
him.
a bit? Did you like him?
I really like him.
I'm
Yeah.
not so sure.
Yeah, I
mean,
really
I find
like
it funny, but I don't know if he's a bit
Yeah.
much. But I suppose that's what people want on telly, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to see boring farts like me.
No.
That's why I do what I do, and that's what he does what he does.
So we've got the new bookcase, and so then today.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm being rushed along here. Sorry. Trying to have a nice, gentle ease into the podcast, but no, my wife is rushing me
Well,
along.
no, I just didn't want to talk about microphone arms for too long. That was all.
Well, I find them interesting.
Okay. I feel like mine's right in my face today.
It should be.
I put it nice, and you were like, "Can you move it closer?"
Yeah, because we have a 4-finger or a 5 or 4-finger rule. I mean, you must have really fat fingers because yours is over there.
It is where it should be approximately. Approximately.
So, we've had a little change round. Go getting ready for new guests. We're really excited because actually we've started speaking to people.
Yeah, if you're interested, get in touch.
Please, yeah. So we've potentially got a couple of people lined up. Now it's just trying to sort out logistics when they're free and when we can do it. So we're hoping in the next few episodes we'll be able to start releasing those. But I don't know when this one's going to go out because we're sort of all out of kilter a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've got a holiday booked.
In the next couple of weeks.
We'd agreed we were going to do every other week.
We did. Yes, we did,
cocked
Christopher.
up.
You did, didn't you, Christopher?
This is like your mom's telling me off. Not even my mom, it's like your mom's telling me off.
No, but when I'm cross with you, I have to call you your full name, Christopher.
So what do I call you when I'm cross with you then?
I'm never wrong.
Oi!
Are you?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, we've got a holiday booked.
Mm.
Yeah, so we were supposed to do them every other week,
Yeah.
and I cocked up and I put one
Mm.
out last Friday,
Yeah.
which there wasn't a gap. There
No.
should have been a gap last week, and last
Yes.
week should have gone up this week. So
Correct.
that's me slapping my own hand.
Yes.
Uh,
But you
so,
wanted to do them every week, so
well, I do
I
want
think
to do
you were
them every
just plodding
week.
along with what you wanted to do. Oh no, I
No,
forgot. I didn't
genuinely,
realise.
yes, I do want to do them every week, but I did genuinely forget that
Yeah, I
it was
forgot as
supposed to be
well
every
because
other
I
week
was.
because we did season, didn't we? So we did season one.
Yeah.
This is season two,
Mm,
but I think we're rethinking the whole thing. Do we? We're having conversation.
mm.
It's still up for debate.
I was just gonna say, I've got my way, you've got your
Yeah,
way. So yeah, it's still up for debate. I Chris
Helen
hasn't
hasn't won
agreed.
yet.
Chris hasn't agreed to my way
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. That's Helen's like a toffee hammer. You just keep tapping, tap, 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 until you get the crack, and then it's, and then I'll just fall apart. Yes, whatever you want, my dear.
Yes, my dear.
Yes, my love. Yes, my lady. Thunderbirds. Um. So
Mm,
yeah, I cocked up. This one,
mm,
the one that went out last Friday, should have been anyway. So we're all sort of at a bit of a kilter here at the minute, but we are going to
mm,
do every other week for now.
mm,
And we're not sure whether to still do seasons or just to keep them going all year or what. I would like to do it
mm,
every week, all year round.
mm.
Um, Logistically, though, I'm not sure that is possible just because the amount of
No.
time that not doing it. This bit's the easy bit,
Yeah, we'll
right?
just sit down and have a chat.
Exactly, a bit of a chat.
Um,
The time consuming bit is in the edit
edit.
afterwards.
Yeah. And
And
the
although we've got it
clipping
all,
and checking the word in and yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and although we've
All
got
the
it
edit.
all nice and fast as it can be, if you like, there's
Mm.
still a lot of effort that has to go into that bit.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's still up for debate. So we're all over the place. But
It is.
so
Yeah.
today's episode,
Mm.
we should be talking about.
Reviews.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about customer experience.
Well, yeah, reviews, customer experience, customer
You can tell we
service,
don't prepare.
the whole sort of package, really. For anything like that you purchase in life or experience in life.
Hmm.
Um, we're customer facing with what we offer. Speaking to businesses, and equally when we go out for dinner or anything like that, you really are aware of customer service now. And
Yeah.
we've had a few conversations between us, or we've gone to the shops together and we've said, "Wow,
Well,
that was an experience."
we've not
Mm,
purchased in stores if we've had a bad experience. We've walked out.
Well, Well, yeah, but you say that. I was buying something the other day, and the two girls on the till were having a complete and utter conversation with each other, and it's too
Yeah.
late to return it then. Well, you could say, "Excuse me, I wish to return this right now." They
What was the
wouldn't
reason?
care.
No.
That's the problem. They couldn't care less. These girls that I was buying from
Hmm.
a major high street retailer, I won't name them, um
Do it. Do it. Do it. Name and shame. That's what we're right. If you're watching, next time we're going to name and shame.
do better. um, but yeah, to have a conversation with your coworker the whole time you are serving a customer is just. I don't even think I could do that as a dare. I would feel so ignorant and
Rude. Just
oh,
downright rude.
I
And I think
couldn't
what
do it.
made that worse was that they didn't even afterwards say, I'm sorry, or sorry, apologies for the wait, or
Yeah.
there was no recognition of
Oh
what had
God,
just happened. It was
no.
just a, yeah,
If you're
£3.50,
yeah,
please.
if you're discussing something to do with the order or something, even to do with work.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It
What
was
was it?
literally like, "So how was last night then?" Or I don't even know what it was because I was trying not to listen because
Did
it
you
was
kiss him?
private.
Did you kiss him?
But it was a personal thing, just general catch up.
Yeah.
And I just found it astonishing. Maybe I'm old fashioned, but I just wouldn't dream of doing that.
No, and customer service is an odd one, isn't it? Because everyone's, it's like art in some respects, in that it's
Subjective.
subjective. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Well, for me, that's
Uh,
just rude and
no, but there's sort
polite.
of different. So right. So in America, for
Yeah.
example, their level of customer service is as soon as you walk through a
Yeah.
door, you are
Yeah.
greeted.
Mm,
Hi, I'm da da da.
mm,
Anything I can help you with today?
mm.
To me, that is invasive. That's not good
Yeah.
customer service. But to others, that is.
Mm,
And so I agree.
mm.
There's a definitive rule between a rule between trying to provide a
Yeah.
good service. I class that as trying to
And then
provide,
there's
and
over.
just not providing a good service whatsoever, which is the
Yeah.
experience you mentioned
Mm,
there.
mm.
But that bit in between is quite subjective.
Mm.
And I think
Yeah,
it's
it's getting the
really
balance.
hard
Mm.
to know how to approach people. So
Yeah.
for me, if I was running a retail store,
Mm.
I think I would make myself
Available.
available. And when people walk in, it would just be a
Mm.
case of, hi, if there's anything we can help you with today,
Mm.
please just come and grab one of us.
Yeah.
And that would be it,
Yeah.
just so that the
Well, we have
customer
got a
knew.
retail store.
No, it's not retail store, is it? Um,
Well, no.
it's a showroom, it's a trade
Mm.
showroom.
Mm.
But
Yeah, it's
and
not
then I would make
retail.
myself available and
Yeah.
make them known that I'm available, and then
Should they
leave them
need
to it.
anything.
And
Yeah.
or when you see them looking around because they're not
Yeah,
then you, is there
then they're
anything I
sort
can
of
help you with,
ready.
sir or
Yeah.
madam? Or
Yeah.
see, that's something else. Do you like being called sir or madam, or do you think that is old fashioned?
No, I don't need to be called madam,
Hmm.
personally, no. There's certain words I like being called, like,
Love, bab.
yeah,
I got many more. Some I can't use on the podcast.
yeah, but there's certain ones that I don't like as well, which are just personal,
Treacle.
like, yeah, you're right there, treacle. Um, but yeah, like you say, that's personable, what you would like to be called, isn't it? Like,
But that all
and what you
comes
think
forms
is,
part of customer service, doesn't it?
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you
yeah,
were, I mean, I'm stereotyping here, but if you were going to London and you go to an East End market,
yeah,
you probably called things like treacle, all right, treacle.
right.
But that's in the olden days.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I've been watching too much Rolly Fours and Horses, haven't I? Rodney, this time next year we'll be millionaires.
I like the northern one. All right, ducky.
All right, Ducky. All
I
right, Duck.
like that.
But all right, people. All right. So, people say, "You're right, love. You're right, Bab.
Yeah,
You're right."
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But some people
I like
might
black
find
country.
that,
All right, bab.
all right, Bab. Some people might find that
No, I know.
invasive,
Yeah,
but they are just being in
yeah,
their mind
yeah.
genuinely trying to provide a good service, saying,
No, yeah, yeah,
"Hello,
yeah,
you
yeah,
okay?"
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm not really a fan of. You're all right there, darling.
that
Not.
sounds
I'm
quite
not.
seedy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not really
I
into
mean, the
that
way you
one.
did that whole thing seemed quite
Well, I
seedy.
know
If you
because
were
that's how I
watching,
perceive it.
if you were listening, you wouldn't have got that, and this is why you probably
I
over
looked you up and down.
uh, over lots of podcasts. I would say you should probably watch these because Helen's facial expressions are worth their
Oh
weight in gold.
dear. Good job I don't have Botox, although I massively need it.
Well, no
You'd
one
have
would
no
know.
fun then,
No,
would
you
you?
wouldn't. I
But
wouldn't.
I
I
am
wouldn't.
so cross. I am so cross at you.
We're going off on a tangent here, aren't we?
No, yeah, we are. But can I just say, I do not. We cannot stand the furniture shops.
But
Not
not all furniture
all of them. We
shops.
had a nice experience in one of them
Well,
actually, but they follow you like a bad
oh
smell.
God, don't they just?
You half get wound up. You have to walk out.
I can't stand it. I can't
Yeah.
because yeah, the worst is they'll make themselves available, which is great.
No, they don't. They cling on to you.
No, at the
They're like,
beginning they say no. At the
that's my sales
beginning,
target right
yeah,
there."
at the beginning it's like hello there, anything
Yeah.
looking for in particular, and you say no, I'm just looking, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, well, I've got these offers. Da, da, da. Yep,
Yeah.
that's fine,
Yeah.
and you walk. I do the
Mm.
walk and talk
Yeah, you do. Yeah, yeah.
because they tend to get the hint then. Um, but when in certain furniture shops, they will literally, like you say,
Oh,
you
it's the
just glance
worst.
at a sofa and they are like
They're sat on
flies
it
around
saying,
doo doo.
"So,
This comes in
you
multiple
like it,
colours.
do
We've got
you?
an
I
offer
can
on this one.
see."
Bugger off. I was going to swear then. Bugger off. um, but then we
Uh,
went to one the other week, didn't we? And or the
yeah,
other
and they
month,
were
and
and
we
it
were.
was
I didn't want to go in it
it was the
because
big chain, one of the big chains where
yeah,
we hated it,
yeah,
but we just happened to go further afield and went into this one. And yeah, the service was excellent.
they left us
They did
alone.
just leave it. And then I had some questions. She answered them and then went on her own merry
Yeah,
way. So yeah, yeah, we were really happy with that, weren't we,
yeah.
actually?
So, but yeah, I can't stand it. I can't.
No,
Yeah,
it's
for
getting that
me, it's
balance, isn't it?
I have to just walk off because, like you say, I get annoyed.
Mm,
It's if I want your help, I'll come and
mm,
find you. But I do understand that
mm.
not everyone will do that, and they're a little bit like shy. But this is why, again, it's
Yeah.
about making yourself available, and
Mm.
it's
Well, it's reading the room as well. You can tell when someone wants to talk
so.
and
Here's a
they don't.
question: so, is it the people's the people's fault? Is it the
Mm.
person's fault, or is it the lack of training or the incorrect training from the company? Do you
I'd
think?
say it's a bit of a mix of everything.
Hmm.
It's a bit of a on the fence thing there, but I think you need to be able to read people.
Right.
You know, you can tell if someone wants to have general chit chat and know more about a product. Like I could talk about the products all day long, but I can tell when Tommy is like, "Love, I just wanted a polo that's going to last and it's going to fit me." right?
Yeah.
I don't need to know about the different qualities, the different lengths, the different fabrics, the different brands. What shades?
The
I know
shades.
when to just draw that line
Right.
and say, look, this one's going to suit you best because you've just said what you need.
Mhm.
Like, whereas, I've got other customers that want to know all of those options and
Mhm.
why, for example. So I do think you need to read the room. But yeah, equally, like you can tell when someone on a phone call, for example, doing sales, you can tell when they've been trained in a certain way. There are certain sales tactics that I cannot stand.
I know
Oh
what you're
God,
gonna
we're going to go
say.
off, aren't we? I'm thinking, which one should I say? But when they say that they've already spoken to, or they're like, "Oh,
Oh,
Helen, hiya, it's John again," and then you're like, "Oh my God,
I know.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm an awful person," and then you're like, "Oh hi, are you okay?" And then they start talking, and then you suddenly click. You don't know them.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell to you,
Yeah. I
and then you're like,
hate it.
"How dare you?"
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
That really gets our goat, doesn't it? Big
Yeah.
time. I do not like that sales tactic.
I know I don't lots of people use it, but I don't
No,
like
I'm
it.
I'm
I find
sorry.
it very
I'm
aggressive.
not a fan. You're stepping off on the wrong foot with a lie,
Yeah.
and I do not like it.
It's for me, it's an aggressive sales pitch, and
No,
I'm not
I'm just not
I'm
into
really
it.
not I'm
Or
not
that
for
or
that.
that one when you say, "No, I'm okay, thank you." "Oh, you don't want to make more sales, do you?"
Oh, yeah. Right, I'm gonna say, "Fuck off."
That's a naughty swear.
You naughty swear. Honestly.
But no, that's, so yeah, I think it's important to be trained correctly, but in certain industries, I guess you have to be more aggressive. So telephone sales
I
might
d
be,
Well, no,
but
because
then
again,
you are
it's
just going to cut people off. Like for
right.
me, if you ring me lying or aggressive, I'm off.
I think the thing is that it you say that some industries have to be more aggressive. I don't think they do have to be more aggressive. I think it's just the company has
Mm,
said to the
put
people, put them under
pressure
so
on.
much pressure.
Yeah,
You have to get X amount
yeah,
of sales calls, or you have to get X amount of
yeah,
sales in a day.
yeah,
KPIs are maybe unmanageable, or they're
yeah,
only achievable if these people are aggressive and literally
yeah.
bully people into making a purchase of
Who
some
does
sort.
that work on? Because it would never work on you or I.
But no, but I think there are lots of
I mean,
people.
it must work,
Well,
but
yeah, well, they wouldn't do it, right? I
mm,
mean, yeah, they just wouldn't
mm,
do it. But I think that, like I said before, customer service is really difficult to know where to get the balance right. So,
mm.
one of my years ago, I used to work at Apple. So when the Apple store opened
Mm,
in the Bullring,
mm.
I
You're an
got a part
OG,
time. Huh?
original.
Oh, right. Yeah, I knew that.
Come on, get with the kids.
OG.
Mm.
Totes. Um, when that Bullring store, Apple Bullring store first opened, I got a part time job there working on the evening.
Mm.
One, because I'm an idiot and like working lots of hours, and two, because
Well,
I
you had a
really
full-time job at the
enjoy,
same
yeah,
time.
and I really enjoyed Apple stuff and Apple products and
Yeah.
their whole ethos and culture and
Mm,
all the rest of it. So I wanted to be
mm.
part of it somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I had a part-time job there, and before they allowed you to be on the shop floor when you be they didn't call them sales reps, but be it
Oh,
selling
yeah.
or customer service, something
But
like
that's
that.
another thing. They don't call them sales reps. They
No,
call them something
yeah,
nice
yeah,
so that you're not instantly got that guard up,
right,
which
yeah,
is another
yeah.
interesting thing.
Well, it's all about
Being
communication, language,
perceived
and
in a
stuff,
certain
right?
way.
So, but they sent you on. I can't remember the all the ins and outs of it, but I think it was a 4 week training course. It was at least a 2 week training course
Mm.
before
You went on that floor.
you were to go on that shop floor. I
Mm.
call it shop floor, but obviously they
Yeah.
didn't. But onto the shop floor selling or basically
Mm.
helping customers in any way, shape, or form. You
Yeah.
had to complete this training, and
Mm.
it was all about. It was all geared towards getting customer. Well, it's two parts. Uh, but the part here is all about geared towards getting the customer to yes.
Mm.
I found this really interesting. Then that's not doesn't mean that the customer has to leave with exactly with what they want, if that makes sense, right? So, if, for example, something's broken and it's the
Mm.
customer's fault,
Yeah.
the idea is to get the customer basically to leave the store
Mm.
understanding why you've said what you've said, but they leave still
Mm.
happy. They might not be ecstatic with their thing, but
Mm.
they're not going off at the door thinking, "What a waste of time! What a bunch
Yeah.
of jokers! What a bunch of
Yeah.
idiots! They're not here to help me
Mm.
or support me."
Mm.
Um, and I just found that concept really interesting.
Mm.
And I see something else that I loved about Apple, and I still like about Apple, is again part of their training was
Mm.
you had to go through training to understand the computers, the systems, the different
Yeah.
softwares and stuff, so that when people came in,
You knew what
and
you're talking about.
yeah, but it was more
Mm.
so. This was the first time I'd experienced this type of sales, which wasn't me aggressively selling to you. It was going into a store,
Mm.
having a piece of kit that
Mhm.
could be worth thousands of pounds that I can freely
Mm.
play with. I'm under no
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
I can do all the things that it's sold on.
Mm.
No one's going to come and stand over my shoulder, so I can do
Mm.
what I want with it. I
Mm.
can put it through its paces.
Mm.
Um, and then if I need some help, I can go and get that help from the expert people.
Mm.
I've lost my trail of thought.
Well, what you liked about what they trained you for?
I'm getting
The
old.
customer would always say yes
Yeah,
at the end.
the training and the looking at the product. I can't remember. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It might come back to you. But you
Honestly.
can definitely tell when you go in an Apple store that they've had that training.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
here we go. Mm.
but it was all about. So, if you had then, as uh, I'll call it a sales rep because I can't remember what they called us.
Yeah.
But if, as a sales rep, if you then had to go and engage with a customer, it wasn't about saying, "Yep, this is the machine for you. You're on that
Mm.
machine. Yeah, that's the computer you need to use." That it wasn't
Mm.
about that. It was about finding out what their problems were or what they were going to
Mm.
use it for. So
Mm.
normally you go into a store and you said, "Oh, look at this fancy new. This is the latest bit of tech. This is what you
Mm.
need with
Mm.
this add-on. Bang, 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 because
Mm.
that's got the best
Mm.
commission on, or it's the latest
Yeah,
product and
yeah.
they got a new target on it. Whatever it was." Apple was never about that.
Mm.
It was about find out what the customer's needs are and
Mm.
match them with the right
Mm.
products.
That's what we do here.
Right. But that's now that
Yeah.
has become how everybody sells. But
Mm.
20, 25 years ago, how many years ago,
Yeah.
that wasn't really a thing. They
Mm.
were one of the first people to take that approach. And it
Mm.
worked so well. That store was
Mm.
raking the cash in, raking it in.
And it still is
I'd
now.
imagine it is, yeah. But
Mm.
so it was that for me was like my first insight really into customer
Mm.
service.
Mm.
It was, and the managers were sent off to Cupertino, California, for however many months for training
Mm.
before they came back to. So
Mm.
they were so, I'm sure they still are today,
Mm.
heavily biased towards customer
Mm.
service and making sure the staff have the right
Mm.
training to make sure customers leave with the products, the services, and the answers that they need.
Mm. Yeah.
Um,
Well, you want to feel like you've been listened to, don't you?
right.
You don't want to be rushed. And like you say, you can tell when someone's on a target and they're not listening to your needs and you don't buy into it. You don't trust them.
Well, yeah, because the other day we went for a meal
Mm.
after work. I think
Mm.
it's a local pub,
Mm.
and I said to the lady, "Have you got any tables?" She said, "Oh,
Oh.
don't think so.
You
Let me
came in on
check."
your own, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I was wait. Yeah, I was wait. We were,
You arrived first.
yeah, I went there
Yeah.
first. You were coming with Parker after. So I said to
Mm.
this lady, "Have you got a table?" She said, "Let me check. Come back." No, I don't think I have. Or how long do you think you'll be? Oh, I don't bloody know how long I'm going to be. Do I? A couple hours?
Mm.
No, no, we've got no table. Sorry. But
Mm.
you can go and sit up there by the pool table. Right, okay. So I went up
Yeah.
over there, came back. I mean, I don't know how you did it. Came back and you're sitting in this area because
In the area
you'd
you
been
were
like
not
10,
allowed in.
yeah, you'd been like 10 minutes. Like, where the hell's Helen?
Yeah.
Ringing her. Well, I couldn't ring her because I hadn't got reception and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just walk around,
Mm.
walk outside. You see me. You go,
Yeah.
Chris, over here. And
Mm.
you're sat down in the air. I was told I couldn't sit
Yeah.
in.
Well, we came in and we said, "Have you got any tables?" And they said, "Oh, we are fully booked." And I said, "Oh no." And then they said, "Well, it's booked out in 2 hours' time or an hour and a." Yeah, it
It's
was
2 hours'
five,
time.
six, seven, two,
Two
two
and a
and a
half.
half hours
Even though
later.
she'd asked
She
me,
said,
the same woman had asked me, how long are you going to be? A couple hours? Oh,
Mm.
no.
No, she might have recognised me. I've been there a couple of times the last few weeks. So,
But again, that's another example of service, isn't it?
yeah,
And
yeah.
and
There's a way to say
I
it, isn't
think
there?
that this is where,
Mm.
for me, companies miss a massive trick. I
Mm.
don't know what it is, but I just don't feel like many companies anymore
Mm.
prioritize customer satisfaction, customer experience, and
Yeah.
just general customer service.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it is a shame when, like, the self-checkouts at, supermarkets and different places like that, because you're putting we all say it's sad because we're putting people out of work. But when you are served with no eye contact, no hello,
mm,
no discussion, and they're talking to somebody else, what
yeah.
it's not a service, is it?
No, it's not. No.
So I will go to the self-checkout if if I think I'm gonna get that kind of
See,
service.
I'll still even try and avoid them because I think we're just putting ourselves out of work, rightly or
Mm.
wrongly, if we get a
Mm.
bad service or not.
Mm.
But I understand why companies do it. I'm just
Mm.
saying, I don't necessarily agree with it.
Mm.
Um,
I do see both sides of the coin, but when I get a bad service, I'm like, well, I'm going to go to the
Tough.
computer.
Computer says
It'll
no.
say, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Well, that's it.
And then I feel
You
valued.
get a better service off the computer than you do off the person,
Yeah, it
but
says
still,
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, isn't it? So
Mm.
it's really bizarre actually how as well a customer experience affects your buying behavior in that store.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is one of the questions actually we always ask all our staff at interview
Mm.
is have you ever had a bad experience
Mm.
in a retail store or on an
Mm.
online chat, something like that, with
Mm.
basically bad customer experience, and
Mm.
how did it impact your purchasing decision, if at all?
Mm.
There's a sneak peek to one of our interview questions if anyone wants to apply for a job in
Mm.
the future.
Mhm.
Um, but it's so important because how you are treated, whether you know or not, knowingly or not, today or in the future, will affect your buying decision
Mm.
at that store. And the point of the question is to get
Mm.
people thinking that, hold on, if I'm having a bad day or something,
Mm.
that could then impact that person's buying decision and who else they're
Yeah,
going to tell.
for the future.
And it could be something just silly because I've just had a row with my boyfriend or girlfriend or something.
Mm.
Or
Mm. Mm.
it's yeah. I just think that I'm going off at a bit of a tangent, but
Mm.
companies need to prioritize a hell of a lot more customer service
Yeah,
and making
I
people feel
agree.
special. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a situation the other day where a customer had been let down, right? So we'd done a clothing order. There
Mm.
was something else. They got let down. It wasn't
Mm.
wasn't us that let them down, but they bought the
Mm.
service from us. So
Yeah.
we went round
Mm.
and took them a bottle of champagne as an apology to say,
Mm.
or prosecco, I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah,
a
just
bottle of
Prosecco.
something
Yeah.
that basically just said, "I'm sorry, this should have been delivered on X. It's a few
Yeah.
days late."
Because it just didn't feel right. It
Yeah,
wasn't the usual service that we're used to. So yeah, we felt like we did have to apologise more than just a sorry, you
yeah,
know?
and they might just think that's over the top. I don't know, but
Mm.
to me and you,
Mm.
I think it goes back to the thing we were taught as kids, isn't it?
Mm.
Treat people how you want to be treated.
Well,
And
yeah.
why is it
I
any
mean,
difference when I'm being paid serving a
mm.
customer
Mm.
versus me just out and about in the street chatting to a mate or something? I don't understand why there's that
Mm.
difference.
Yeah, because like you say, if you have a good experience, you're going to tell other people. If you
Right.
have a bad experience, apparently you do tell a lot more people if you've
Yeah.
had a bad experience. And if you are recommended a business by a friend or a colleague or someone in business that you know and respect,
Mhm.
you are going to be more likely to use them.
Yeah.
And that's why reviews can go such a long way as well. So we had a phase. A couple of years ago of sending out review links to our customers.
Yeah.
Little did I know, I sent a few out on the same day. I don't know, maybe 30 or 40
A few.
on the same day to different customers. And we were so lucky that so many of them left a lovely review on
Yeah.
Google or Trustpilot for us. Um, and they were all beaming some such great reviews that they actually all got removed and the account got shut down because Trustpilot and Google thought that they were all fake.
Yeah. So
So don't do that.
the account didn't get shut down, but they
Mm,
deleted all of those reviews because
yeah,
yeah, they thought they were fake. They thought they were
yeah,
bots or something.
yeah,
And off I think it was Trustpilot, I think. I think
yeah. I can't remember which one
I
it
can't remember.
was.
Which I understand, and I understand
But that's
what.
terrible, though, isn't it? Like to just assume that they're all fake.
Yeah, I mean, it's all AI,
But it
isn't it?
happens,
That's the
doesn't
thing.
it? Which is scary.
It's not a human being checking it. I suppose
Mm,
there are thousands, if not millions, of reviews left, and so it has to
mm,
be automated. So I understand why,
mm.
but um,
So don't do that, folks.
don't do that now. No. So now we have to spread them out, don't we? But that was our own
Yeah.
fault because we had
Mm.
s- piled them up because we it was. I'll do
Well,
that
we were
tomorrow.
just too
I'll do that
busy to
tomorrow.
get
I'll
them
do
out.
that tomorrow.
Whereas now we
Um,
send them more sporadically as
More
we've done an
frequently.
order,
Yeah,
like
we have a
which makes
process in place and it works a lot better now.
yeah, yeah.
But reviews again are so
Mm.
important, and people spend so much time online
Mm.
looking at reviews
Oh
before they
yeah.
make purchases.
93%.
Did you see the way I queued you up there?
93%. This is off the
No,
top of my head. I
hold on,
haven't got a phone
hold on.
here.
No, what's more important is the way I just it's queued you up for that, just
Well, you've just ruined it
perfectly. I know,
now.
but I got to take some credit because I've got no stats.
93% of people say online reviews impact their buying decisions.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I know that if I go to a company I've not heard of before and I'm making a purchase, even if it's a small purchase these days, I will look at reviews of it.
Hmm.
Just because I'm like, are they going to take stuff out of your bank account? Even if it's, like I say, even if it's a small purchase, Are they legitimate? You
Hmm.
know? So, yeah, that is so true for me as well. And 91%, just off the top of my this is just off the top of my head, consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations, which I found really interesting.
I found really interesting that you just knew that off the top of
I
your head.
did. Absolutely.
Is that in your hand?
I've got more off the top of my head as well. 90% of people take the time to read online reviews before visiting a business. Can you believe
Really?
that? Yeah.
I think this is actually something we should ask people because we don't talk a lot about statistics, do we, on this show? This is more about, I suppose, just conversation piece, isn't it? About our experiences
Yeah.
and what we think.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting for the people that listen to this show
Mm.
for them to get in touch actually and say, do they like the way we do it, or would they want to hear more statistics or more evidence to back up what we're saying, or
Well, yeah, because I
because
thought it would be nice to have a couple of statistics because it is more of like a fly on the wall sort of conversation between you and I. So it is like our personal like experiences and thoughts. So yeah, I think it is nice to mix in a bit. But yeah, it's always good to have other people's like point of view on
no,
that.
absolutely, yeah. So it'd be
But
good to hear what people
it
think.
is also, it is genuinely interesting to know these facts that
No, I
it
agree.
is so important. Like, positive reviews make 73% of consumers trust a local business more.
What we need is
This
a
is
big
just off the
screen
top of my
up
head.
here, just out of sight slightly, so you can look
You
like you're
should be
talking
holding
to
it and
me.
I should be reading it.
Like this.
Yeah. No, it is,
They are important. Reviews are really
yeah.
important, and I just think that companies in general need to put more effort and make reviews more of a priority, but
Yeah.
also customer service.
Yeah, but
Um,
can I say one thing about reviews though? This is something that really does upset me, and I'm probably gonna upset some people here, but this is just my
you don't
opinion.
normally like to upset people. It's normally me that upsets
No,
people.
I
Oh, she's
know.
going there.
No. When companies put a quote from a customer with no customer name, it just says Bob from Yorkshire.
Oh, yeah, you get
Bob
that
from Yorkshire
generic
says
face.
we're number one in the country
Yeah,
for
right.
XYZ.
Yeah,
And it's
best
just like,
retailer.
oh,
Or,
come
yeah,
on. The next day, Sandra
with the same
from
face.
Scotland says, these guys are unbeatable. And I'm sorry, I don't buy into that.
No.
So when we say put your reviews up and be transparent about what the customer said, nah, that doesn't
Well,
cut it for
they're not
me.
being transparent, though, are they?
No,
Because it's not the whole
no,
person's name.
you've done that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
you have done
Well,
that.
this is why you have independent review platforms. And
Yeah.
interestingly, like all the review platforms charge you. So, well, Trustpilot have like a free one, then there's chargeable ones, and it's quite expensive.
Oh, right.
It's not a cheap game. But what I would say to
Ah.
people is, if you want to get reviews
Mm.
and you don't want to spend the money on the platform, because to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what Trustpilot are giving me for the
I was just going to
extra
say, do we pay for that
50.
then?
No, we get free,
Right.
but I think they give you some extra tools if you get their paid one. But I'm not sure,
Oh, you were
so
supposed to
sure.
put the phone on silent.
Oh no, I haven't put the phone on silent. Now it's ringing. Oh dear.
I thought you'd unplugged
And
it.
me. Don't. Shall
I
we?
can read some facts. Um, shall we cut this bit while Lee?
No. Shall we cut this? We don't cut anything.
Well, you can hear the answer phone of me,
Well, you're talking over it.
and
La di
someone's
da
going to
di
leave a
da.
message
That's
now.
GDPR right there. La di da di da di da da di da di da da
Let
da.
me read a fact. Displaying reviews can
Yeesh.
increase. Listen, displaying reviews can increase conversation rates by 270%.
Wow.
And look, I'm not even hiding it now.
I am sorry, folks. That is a rookie error right there. A rookie error.
It's your fault. That is
Rookie
your
mistake.
responsibility to
Yeah.
pull the phone out.
I cocked up again. We should have a sheet of how many times I cocked up. But what I was saying was, so Trustpilot can charge extra, and there's others like, I can't remember. But there's loads out there. But if
Mm,
you're looking for a review platform, Google Reviews.
yeah.
It's absolutely free, and it can
Mm.
impact your SEO as well. If
Uh-huh.
people put keywords in for
Oh,
your business
I
in part
really
of their
loved my
review,
polo shirts and branded workwear.
yeah, but it can
Yeah,
help with
yeah.
SEO, and it's totally free.
Okay.
And everybody uses Google. Nearly everyone's got a Google
Yeah, yeah,
account. They
yeah,
don't have to worry
yeah.
about creating an account. So get yourself on Google Reviews.
Mm.
Top
Yeah,
tip.
it is lovely to, and also, don't forget. to leave reviews for other businesses as
Yeah.
well that you use and that you've had a good experience with, because, like we've just said, it does go such a long way. So if you
Yeah.
have had a good experience, it really does mean so much when our customers do leave a review, because we
Mhm.
appreciate everyone's so busy
Yeah.
and they've got to take the time to think about what to put and actually load it up. So we really do appreciate it. So if you have had a good experience with anybody, including Thread a Pixel, um,
Or 2 Krakens.
please do leave a review for them, because it does really help everybody
Yeah,
and
no, it
it's
does. It
nice.
does. It goes a long way.
Um, but
And
yeah.
on that note, our call to action.
Yeah.
uh,
I've got more
I
facts,
know you've got more facts,
but
but
we'll leave them for another day
yeah,
when you can have them on the wall and I
yeah,
can
yeah,
read them and pretend I'm
yeah,
not on
yeah.
my phone.
Well, we need to wrap up because we've got a million one things to do before we leave tonight.
Yeah.
But
We don't want to waffle too much.
just want to say to everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Mm,
We appreciate it.
yeah.
Be nice to each other.
Mm,
Help each other out.
yeah. Be kind.
Be kind.
It's nice to be nice.
It's nice to be nice.
Mm.
I
You're
was
going to
trying
cook
to.
the tea then? Or you're going to take me to that pub?
No. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.